Okay, this is video on Windows 8. Oops. This. See, I'm restarting Windows 8 right now. So this is the main screen, or it's the first screen you'll see when you load Windows 8. The screen cannot be disabled. There are reports of like hacks to try to, bypass the screen, and Microsoft found out about it, and they basically disabled the hacks so that this is the screen you have to see when you start up. And this is call this the Metro screen. This is the similar screen, and they're trying to, I think Microsoft is trying to get this in all their products, their Xboxes, their phones, and so forth. And it's designed for tablets, but they're putting it onto desktops as well. So regarding the screen, you could change the screens. What is of interest, regarding DVRs is there's Internet Explorer here. This is an app. So there's two versions of Internet Explorer on Windows 8. On this one here, from this screen, which is called the Metro screen, although Microsoft does not call it that. Other people call it that. Journalists and computer geeks and so forth. They don't call it Metro anymore, because there's a German company called Metro AG, I think, and they did not they don't have the copyright to call it that. So I'm sorry, regarding this one here, there's two versions of Windows. One is this is just an app. You can't put add-ons on it. You can't use this for DVRs. You could use it as a browser. It's like a browser on a phone or a tablet, like an iPad or an Android phone. Notice I'm on the screen. There's no exit button here. The way to get out of it is hit the Windows key. I think what's the other one? Control. And the Windows key. Oops. Go back to the screen. Hit the desktop. Or hit Windows D. So Windows D, D as in David, D for desktop. So this is like your normal desktop, and it's very similar. It's based off of Windows 7. So if you use Windows 7 in the past, it'll be pretty similar. The big thing is there's no start button. So move your mouse around. If you go to the corners, I'm going to the right corner. I think either top one, which is lower corner, or I think or Windows C as in Charlie, and this is called the Charms bar here. And this is like go to settings and search, so forth. If you hit Windows F, oops. This is for searching. That's useful, of course. Now, again, I'm on the screen here. There's no exit button. How do you get out of the screen? Hit the Windows key, go back to the screen, or hit Windows D to go back to desktop. The other button, there's a lot of shortcuts. The one I find the most useful is Windows and I. So hit Windows and I as in Ingrid, and that's how I shut it off. So I think that's the only way to shut it off, quite frankly, that I'm aware of. If you go to this corner here, this will show you other apps that are open. We had I had that Windows Explorer, but I've been open the Windows app, and again, as I mentioned, you cannot put add-ons on it, so you cannot see cameras on the DVR on that one. But now there's another Windows Internet Explorer. This one is the normal Windows Explorer that, that people will be familiar with in older versions of Windows. And this here, you can, view cameras from there. The Windows D, then you go back to the desktop, and there's a lot of shortcuts. You could Google that. I think those are the main features. That I want to go over. I just finished reading like a book on this, like a 400-page book, but these were like the basics. Oh, sorry. One other thing that's useful: move your mouse point over the left-hand corner, you'll see the start. But if you right-click on it, this is sort of like what you would see normally on when you hit the start button or the Windows key, the Windows icon. And one other feature, I'm not sure, this could be very useful, but I haven't tested this out, and I'm sure, and I wouldn't, it'll take time to figure out how useful this would be. In Windows I, I'm going to go to Control Panel, System and Security. This is interesting. Storage spaces. If you're familiar with DVR, with Windows and setting up hard drives for storage, for RAID configuration, so forth, formatting and so forth, it's still there. Let me go back to the here. Let's see, what is it? Computer management, disk management. Oops. Oh geez, what happened? Disk management. Okay, yeah. So this screen is still here. Like before, that you would have seen, but Control Panel, System Security, storage spaces. I do not have other hard drives connected to it, but if you have multiple hard drives, it could do sort of like a RAID configuration where you could lose one hard drive or two hard drives and so forth. So it's built in, and I'll be testing that, I guess, once I get a full copy and have a desktop and a desktop computer and so forth to try that out. But I thought that was really interesting when I was reading about that. So, and those are the main features of getting around on Windows. This is like the biggest change in Windows, they say, since Windows 95, I think. And some say it's even been a bigger biggest change in Windows ever. So again, I thought it would be useful to go over those features. If you run into this problem, this is being released in October 26th. So I'm sure that we'll be running into this, not on the enterprise, but on small business, so forth. Thank you.